Coming to you from Dorkjocks Studio 1 in Centennial, Colorado, this is Nick Livingston and Russ Robitaille with Dorkjocks TV.
Hey, welcome back to Dorkjocks TV, Week 14. I am Russ Robitaille here with Nick Livingston. Going to get to a couple topics around the NFL and our games to watch of the week. First, I want to get started here with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's looking a little gloomy. They're a 6-6 record. They're third in their division behind Cincinnati and Baltimore. A lot of injuries going on this year. Polamalu may not return for the year. Lions Ward is questionable on Thursday. He's got a little bit of a hamstring injury, so he hasn't been practicing. And Ben Roethlisberger had that concussion, what, 2-3 weeks ago? Yeah. And, I mean, things are just iffy with that team, and do not look for them to even make the playoffs. So, and they had a huge upset by the Raiders last week. That was just horrible.
Yeah, speaking of the Raiders, how were they able to go into Pittsburgh and beat them? You know, I mean, was the move benching Jamarcus Russell? Was that the right move?
Absolutely. Jamarcus Russell, as I've said time and time again, is a horrible quarterback. You got basically Gronkowski, he's a mediocre at best, but it's just something new, a new spark that the Raiders needed. They're getting the ball to their receivers, they're running it a little bit. I mean, they're putting up points. It's just something they haven't been able to do. So I'm not saying this is a complete turnaround on the team, but it's just a little bit of a spark that might lead into something in the 2010 draft and next year. So definitely look for some big changes with that. I mean, Tom Cable may not be with that team next year. It's a rumor that's been going on.
Right.
So.
Well, switching subjects, wanted to just talk real quick. I think about the celebration going on with Chad Ochocinco.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. I like what he did, even though he got fined $30,000 for putting on that sombrero. And he says, though, he's just going to keep on, you know, they keep jacking the prices up that they're fining him. He's going to keep jacking up his celebration. So I kind of like it. It's a good vibe there for Cincinnati. They're doing really well right now. And it's good to see Ochocinco back to himself.
I think it's a little bit of entertainment for the NFL, something they can use, and hey, they're struggling to. Some of those teams are struggling to get fans in the seats, and just having a character like that on your team is always good for someone.
Exactly. All right, so let's talk about our games to watch for this week, Nick. Who's yours?
Mine's Philadelphia and the New York Football Giants. Philadelphia 8-4. They're right now tied with the Dallas Cowboys. The Giants are 7-5. They need to win. If they have any chance of making the playoffs, they need to win that game and actually win out.
Yeah, that's huge. It's really important. My pick for the week is the Broncos and the Colts. And I think that the Broncos actually have a legitimate shot this week of winning. If you look at what they did last week, actually Thanksgiving Day, they beat the Giants. Last week, went into Arrowhead. Their record in Arrowhead overall in December is 1-17.
Yeah, they've been
1-17, people. They went in there though and dominated. Beat them 44 to. Hold on a second. My producer's talking to me. Yeah. Oh, okay. Looks like we got our correspondent Tom Bennett. He has some insight on this topic. Tom.
Oh, hey guys. Yeah, I'm on assignment here at Arrowhead Stadium. Oh, hold on just a second. Whoa, I got some late breaking news here. The Chiefs suck. Wow. Oh, and you guys have no idea what you're talking about. Whoa.
Thanks, Tom. You're right about that. Anyways, that being said, the Colts will probably have the upper hand on this one. I think it could be a close game, but the Colts will pull it off.
And Russ, do you think? Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I think you got to be concerned about is Peyton's arm, Reggie Wayne, and the fact that, you know, it's our secondary. The secondary of the Denver Broncos probably might have struggled a little bit with some of those long passes. So,
right.
Do you think that's maybe something where the Peyton Manning is going to go after? Is those long 50-yard, 40-yard long ball passes?
Yeah, I think he's going to definitely get several completions that way. But another thing I looked at, if you look at the teams that the Colts have played this year that have semi-good defenses to good defenses, the Colts haven't really scored that many points on them. If you look at like 17 to 20 point range is the most they've got. And they played San Francisco. They scored 16 or 18 points. They scored 18 to 16, and a lot of these games with the Colts were last-minute comebacks, so don't be surprised if the Broncos have a big lead going, say, into halftime, maybe third quarter. It could be 28-7. That's not going to stop Peyton Manning from throwing 3 or 4 touchdowns in one quarter.
Right.
And sometimes it just takes him longer to develop it through the game. Once he gets it going, though, the guy's just unstoppable. Doesn't make very many mistakes. Anyways, thanks for joining us Week 14 for Tom Bennett and Nick Livingston. I'm Russ Robitaille, Dorkjocks TV. See you next time.